For those of you that are looking for answers on how I run this aggressive wheel and tire setup, skip a little bit ahead in this video. For those of you that are subscribers, you're gonna wanna stay tuned to the beginning because I'm covering some pretty serious information. And if you're new to the channel and you like the context, you like the energy, you like what's going on here, maybe consider subscribing. It's nice to have you by. Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, and welcome back to a stabilized experience. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. I tried a new camera in the last video, and I was really excited about it. This camera right here, it's a Sony Zeiss variable zoom point-to-shoot camera that has a flip-out screen on the back. It's a really super cool camera because it's so small and compact, but come to find out, it absolutely sucks with image stabilization. It has this cool nifty little handle on it. It even has a little microphone attachment with a windsock, and you can put an auxiliary mic on it. It has variable zoom so you can zoom in and out and get some really cool shots, but unfortunately nobody's gonna wanna watch the shots because the shots were so shaky. This camera, as a matter of fact, is very different. It's larger, it's bulkier, it's bigger. It has this huge area to actually hold onto it, and it does have a flip out screen so you can see what it is that's going on as you're vlogging to it. You can also change it around so you can see what's happening on the back end if you so choose. This is the OG camera. This is the tried and true. It does not offer much zoomability, but it does enough to be dangerous. I didn't have the appropriate plug-in for audio on microphone, which is why I ran with the other camera for the time being, but I drastically regretted that decision. Plus, this camera happens to have an ultra wide angled lens, so I can hold this thing at arm's length, roughly 3 foot away from my head, and it seems as if you can see all that is around me. So in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to discuss about that of the 2022 and a half 1500 3-liter that you guys seem to be very interested in. Now, before we get into this video, we gotta do some conversating about a few things. Guys, you're asking me a lot of questions because I've taken some time away from YouTube. I think it comes from a point of concern, a point of anguish, and a point of you guys just wanna know what's going on with my life for my overall quality of life and well-being. Well, first I addressed a lot of that in this video right here. So you might wanna go check that out. I really sat down with you guys and kind of opened up the fold of my life. But I guess now that I'm uploading a little bit more frequently and editing my own videos again, I should probably just continue to kind of unravel the story because it's hard to kind of catch you up in 10 minutes time. So you guys are asking me, why is the pole building so empty? What's been going on? Where are all the vehicles at? Look at all this room. What can you do with it all? Well, I can fit a lot of pit bikes in it, as a matter of fact, and check out that pit bike right there. That is a 138 BBR built CRF 110 with fuel injection. That sucker absolutely rips. Yes, the pole building is semi-vacant. Now I'll answer that, but I got to address something else. Some of you guys, for some reason, feel as if I'm recovering from something because I had a leave of absence from YouTube. The internet is ridiculous, and it wiles out on the assumptions that it takes to a whole new level of magnification. I'm literally completely fine. What is it that you guys associate a leave of absence with to say that I'm recovering from something? I mean, you guys even went as far as saying that I'm on a certain illegal substance right now. That is so ridiculous. If anything, if you knew anything about me, I am the very opposite of that. I pride myself on making great decisions and even limiting alcohol consumption. I mean, I cannot beat the feeling of sitting down with my absolutely beautiful wife who supports me in everything that I do to share a glass of wine together. But guys, come on. I would never, ever, ever, especially as a man of faith, especially of that as a leader of my household, especially of that as a leader in business, especially of that as the CEO of my life. You guys know better than that. So I'm a little insulted that one would go that far, but I also like to see the coin from the other side of the flip and knowing that maybe you guys associated my leave of absence to some sort of issues that I was facing. The only big issue that I was facing is that I didn't have enough time to allocate to my family, the most important thing in my life under that of our Lord Savior Jesus Christ. I took time off of YouTube to spend time with my wife who just bared the birth of our second beautiful, healthy little boy. The first go around with our oldest now son, I didn't really spend that much time because we were like building a property, renovating a property, clearing a property, building a pole building, renovating a house, building giveaway trucks constantly in and out, and I just didn't have the time to be not only physically but also mentally present. And I learned from my mistakes. There's 3 types of people in the world, guys. 1, stupid people, and they do not learn from the mistakes that they make, and they will make that same mistake twice. 2, smart people. They will learn from the mistakes that they make. 3, wise people. They learn from the mistakes of others. And when you reach that level of awareness, you tend to observe the actions of others. You tend to have conversations that you learn things through the experience of others. And I had plenty of conversations where people said, do not not blink, because that will end faster than you know it, and you'll look back and wished you spent enough time in it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'd really appreciate if you guys don't make absolutely ridiculous accusations like that anymore, because it's kind of rude. Number 2, you guys are saying that I'm looking mighty skinny and unhealthy, so you're kind of associating it with number 1. Well, what is wrong with a guy that's being a little more conscientious about cutting out sugars and carbohydrates from his diet to not only optimize body, but mind? If you followed me for any given point in time, you've realized that I'm a pretty dedicated and disciplined dude. So much so that I think I posted on Instagram for 2 years straight at waking up at 4 a.m. to get to the gym every single day, and I've even alluded to the fact that I'm a skinny guy. I weigh all of 175 pounds. I'm optimized, guys. I ain't trying to become the next Arnold Schwarzenegger of muscle here, but I'm trying to be toned, I'm trying to be lean, I'm trying to be mean. And that is one of the things that I do pride myself on. And yeah, I'll still wear a cutoff. I ain't trying to win the gun show, but I'll tell you what, it's nice to get a tan with the sleeves off on a random time on a Tuesday afternoon when everyone else is cooped up in an office. And number 3, you observe that the pole building seems to have a little bit of a vacancy issue. Well, that tries and trues with all the other things that I did in my off time, because I chose to be productive in that off time, not only in family, but also teaching myself something I wanted to learn for a long time, and that was real estate. If you didn't know, my dad, Jack Jr., happened to actually be a real estate professional. He is now since retired. Congratulations, Dad. I'm super proud of you, and thank you so much for the life that you provided for me as I was growing up. You did an amazing job. You too, Mama Dukes. My dad presented to me the opportunity to take over his business as I graduated from college, making college the prerequisite for that conversation to be had. I actually went to work with my dad for a period of time. I shadowed him. I saw what he did in his day-to-day life to earn the living that he supported his family with, but I chose, respectfully, to not take over his business, because I said, Dad, I love what you do, I appreciate what you do, and I'm so grateful for the business that you built, but truthfully, if I just jump right into the shoes that you've already established and walked thousands of miles in, I might not be able to find a path of my own. So I went out and I took on the world, went and worked a corporate 9-to-5, knew that I didn't want to do a 9-to-5 for a period of time, but I knew I needed to do it for that period of time, because nobody was there to pull me out, nobody was there to rescue me, nobody was there to save me. And that is exactly what I did. And while I was at that 9-to-5, not only did I have the opportunity to learn a skill, not only did I have the opportunity to go out in the world and actually tackle it myself, not only did I have the ability to actually muster up some thicknesses of my skin, I also had the ability to realize that I wasn't making the kind of money that I wanted to make to live the lifestyle that I desired, so I needed to go out and actually do something to go a little bit left in society when I was following the right path. It is to this day that my dad and I reflect on that story, and he says, you know what, dude, I am so proud of you for taking the gusto and actually going out and doing what you had to do. That's my really roundabout way of saying I really wanted to get into real estate, so I took this time when I was relaxing for that of the things I'm known for doing, aka making videos, to literally teach myself an entirely new skill, to immerse myself in an entirely new group of people, and to meet connections that would ultimately pull me forward in that ambition. And here we are. I'm actively trading real estate in many different components, not only in South Central Pennsylvania, but also in Birmingham, Alabama, where I'm building a beautiful rental portfolio, rental income. So the question is, why aren't you sitting on like $200,000 of trucks right now that would just literally sit here and go down in value? Yes, I could claim them as a depreciated tax benefit one time, but other than that, they sit here, they look beautiful. I make some Instagram videos, whatever. I get a lot of people to make gestures of thumbs up on videos, but that's about all. Why don't I take some of those discretional funds, invest them in things that are vehicles of appreciation that I can still depreciate, that go up in value, and generate me passive cash flow while still having all the same tax benefits? Then, when I have enough of those, I just go buy whatever I want. And the best part is, I don't have to work for it, because it's being paid for by passive income. There's a lot of benefits to real estate, and your boy's taking advantage of them. Now, if you guys want to learn a little bit about what I'm doing, I'm actually considering opening up my very, very, very tailored, very small, very concise mentorship to people that I believe would qualify. Because I know a lot of you guys inquired about that from my last video. Yes, there's some things in the works, but I'm not gonna release something that isn't absolutely perfected and incredible and designed to literally help you transform your life, with the only byproduct of that being you and your ability to take action consistently. I'm glad that's out of the way. We're in this thing probably a little bit too long, but I wanna talk to you guys about the setup on my 1500 3-liter Denali Ultimate DURTYMAX before it ends up leaving us, because something is, well, pending its replacement. If you guys want any other things answered about the platform while it's in my possession, drop some comments below. Let me know. I'll get some video ideas and I will upload them. But today is talking about how to set this truck up with the most aggressive setup possible while also keeping it as efficient as possible. So this truck on stock wheels, over 30 miles to the gallon. Now I'm seeing about 25 miles to the gallon on average. That's combined highway city driving. The truck is leveled on a ready lift leveling puck, and it is rolling on a set of 22 by 10. I believe these are -18 offset Fuel Rebels one-piece cast wheel that has a nice concave face to it. It's got these faux little rivets, which are okay. They're fine. I like the wheel. It's simple. It's wrapped in a 295/55/20 Nitto Ridge Grappler, which is definitely one of the best tires made in the entire industry because of the aggressive look of it and also its ability to perform and function. A 295/50/20 equates to about a 33/12.5/20 for those of you that can't do the conversion yourself on Google. Under my truck with just a leveling kit, bringing the front level to the rear, which didn't decrease ride quality, which hardly decreased fuel economy, which maintained and improved its overall look by giving it an aggressive wheel and tire setup that's wider and has a little bit of baby stance. This is probably the least amount of stance I've ever had on any one of my trucks, which was the goal, as this truck was just kind of a subtle, under the radar daily driver. Because truthfully, in my time off, in that period of time where I just wanted to focus on my family and not really be an individual of credibility or notoriety or publicity, I wanted to drive around in a truck that nobody recognized. So how did I accomplish this? Well, it was really easy. Yes, I have full lock. I trimmed the front valance, 0. No work to the front of this truck at all. It was on the back side of this thing. I should probably turn the wheel a little bit to give you a better idea. All right, so there you guys go. The truck is at full lock right now, turning to the right side. That I actually carved out the entire inner part of this fender cap extension right here. Actually pulled back the fender liner and trimmed it. So this fender liner used to come all the way down to here, but I actually made a custom cut right along this edge right here to open up the real estate, all pun intended. And then I actually cut out a lot of this inside part while maintaining this tab to mount this back on. There are a few mounts back up in here that are also maintained. See, this is where the small camera really benefits, just to show you guys these details. There's also one mounting point right back here that was maintained as well. So here's a good little shot, hopefully you guys are seeing it, of how I opened up this entire area, keep this thing in here nice and firm so that way it doesn't get ripped off. So actually trimmed my fender liner from right here all the way over to right here, and I kind of then crested it down to the bottom. So this is still mounted in very good. It's not in the way, but I did pull it back a little bit right here with a zip tie because I didn't have any other choice to mount it accordingly. I don't really care about what anybody says about, oh my God, a zip tie on a $70,000 truck. It works, guys. And I ultimately wanted to accomplish an aggressive looking setup on this truck while not really having to get all that involved with lifting it up. That's always my goal. That's always been my goal. That's always been kind of like one of my key branding elements, is keeping the truck as low as possible while going as wide and aggressive as possible while maintaining ride quality. And that's actually a small little caveat, little teaser as to what's coming with the new truck that I have in this setup that I've already got mostly sitting up on the mezzanine inside my pole building. We're just waiting on a set of wheels and tires, which I ordered, which I alluded to and teased a little bit on Instagram. So if you're still not following me there, then damn dude, I can probably never get you to. So the truck has the ability to go full lock to lock. The only contact that I'm getting is a very little bit right here. That is the only spot right there where it's rubbing, but it's not even really bad at all, and it has not ripped this fender up by any means. Other than that, I'm really happy with the setup overall. We have a full-size spare right here in the back with a TPMS sensor as well, because risking the chance of being stranded with aftermarket wheels sounds like it sucks. So the setup is actually for sale. It's only got about, I don't know, 8,000 miles on it, give or take. $4,000 for this setup. Like I said, it has TPMS sensors. It is 6 by 5.5 bolt pattern, which will also fit on most Ram 1500 trucks, just for a word of reference. They're for sale for $3,500. If you guys want to buy them, send me a DM on Instagram. Here's my Instagram handle. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but if you're local and you wanna come scoop them and put them on your truck, I will also throw in the leveling kit. I actually need to jump inside to underwrite a few more deals. We actually just happened to get another property under contract, so that's where I gotta jump off. I also happen to be getting a call from one of my other investors right now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.